Welcome to Moving to the Palm Beaches. I'm Nicole Stambra and I'm joined with
Justine Replar.
Today we're in Jupiter Beach exploring a very, very unique community called Ocean Walk.
As you can see here, we are getting that coastal breeze. Today, as we go through this episode, we are going to talk to you about the specific design of this community, how prices have changed, and the exclusivity of this location.
And even more important, the proximity to the beach. So if you could just do a spin, you'll see the gorgeous turquoise aquamarine ocean water of Jupiter Beach. Thanks to one of our very VIP and secret clients, we have special access to even explore this community. So let's go take a look.
Let's go.
All right, so you have this one main road that runs all the way through Ocean Walk called Ocean Walk Boulevard, and it runs all the way from A1A right by the beach west to US 1. So it's just a straight shot from US 1 all the way to the beach. What is it, maybe not even a mile, right?
Yeah, less than a mile. Off Ocean Walk Boulevard, you have streets, and some of them will be a short little cul-de-sacs that have maybe 5 or 6 homes on it. Others are actual circles where you can, do a full walk. So Ocean Walk is comprised of 185 single-family homes. It was developed in the early 80s. They wanted it to have privacy in mind. They have, I believe, 4 different floor plans in total, but how they are actually designed with the concrete wall barriers around every backyard is that even if one home next to you has a higher peak, that higher peak doesn't look into your backyard. So they really designed it with privacy in mind. So just to give you perspective here, when I'm talking about Ocean Walk and the privacy that is provided here, this is an exterior wall of somebody's backyard, and all of the walls are like this. I am about 5'5", so that puts this wall at about 6'1". But another one of the perks here is every home here has a pool. And now, yes, you have the beach right there, and it's so nice to be able to walk and jump on the beach, but it's also nice to be able to jump in your pool first thing in the morning or at the end of the day. So that's one of the big things, because a lot of the homes around Jupiter Beach are either going to be a condo or they're going to be a home with a 0 lot line. So here at Ocean Walk, you actually get a lot, which is fantastic. And then you also get beautiful community green space as we see here. So 185 homes seems like a lot, but as far as development goes in Florida, it really isn't. For perspective, Abacoa has well over 3,000 homes, so it's boutique for Florida development standard. One of the big appeals of Ocean Walk is limited amenities. People want their amenity is their home, their amenity is the backyard, and their biggest amenity is the beach. So here we are, this is like a little community area here in Ocean Walk. This is where they'll do, some community gatherings, but there really is no amenities. You will find that Ocean Walk is an incredibly dog-friendly community. It is actually one of the very few communities that allows owner to have up to 3 dogs. That's fantastic if you're a pet lover. Everybody in here is always walking their dog. The pet stands are always well maintained. Plenty of poop bags for all the dog owners. So limited amenities here, but people like that. Keeps people more engaged with their neighbors. So your HOA fee here in Ocean Walk is under $300 a month. That's really good for a Florida standard. Typically we say anything under $500 is great. And for that, they're going to maintain the community landscape. And the biggest thing you get is that gate. The gate keeps Ocean Walk private.
You have a gate along A1A, which is where the beach is, and then you have another gate right on US 1. To have it gated makes people feel a little bit more secure and safe, especially when they're waking up early in the morning to walk their dogs on the beach or coming home late from work.
You are paying for the exclusivity of living by the beach here, but respectfully, you don't want your standard, Jupiter resident being able to drive through your community to get to the beach. So it really protects these homeowners in their piece of paradise.
Not so long ago, I remember when you could buy a home in Ocean Walk for around $700,000. This was probably maybe 6 or 7 years ago. At 700, and even the updated homes are around $900,000. And that was just in 6 or 7 years ago. And now, fast forward to today, what are they trading for?
Renovated units, you're gonna see over 2 million. If they need work and they're, you know, fairly original, those are still gonna fall within that $1.5 million price point. So you have to pay to get your proximity to the beach. The value in here just keeps on growing, which is insane, but it makes sense if you really think about it, because there's only so much coastline and there's only so much room to develop on the coastline. So if you want to be near it, you got to pay for it.
The other thing to know is that all of these homes are frame construction. And I will share with you, I personally live in Jupiter Beach, not in Ocean Walk, but I also have a frame home. It is not uncommon for a lot of these homes to be built with wood frame construction because they were built in like the early 80s or even the early 90s, where it was common to build wood frame. And here's the thing, insurance is very, very expensive no matter where you live in Jupiter, but when you live coastal, you're certainly paying a premium. And on top of that, when you have a wood frame home, your premium is just gonna be higher than if you had a concrete block construction home.
So every home in Ocean Walk has, while yes, it can be deemed cookie cutter, it also has its own uniqueness here. So this one, as we can see, feels a little bit more Mediterranean. If we flip around right behind you, this one gives off the appeal of more modern. Now, the HOA does put you in a box as far as what you can do and how you can do it. They give you paint colors that you can choose from for the exterior, for your gates, but it's a variety. You can go have a light blue if you're so inclined, or you can have a warm taupe color as we see to our left here. So you have options. Now, one thing the HOA will not budge on is the barrel roof. They want everybody to have the same roof. I recently learned if an HOA mandates that, let's say you have to have a barrel tile roof, if you can prove that, say, a metal roof actually protects the home better during big storms, you can actually fight your HOA and maybe get it approved, as long as you can prove that it's better for the home. Just saying, don't start a war with your HOA on my guidance, but I will tell you, it's a fun fact I learned. So it's nice to know that the state is actually thinking about what's best for the home, not just community aesthetics. All right, I'm gonna tell you a story about a client I had who was from the Northeast, and I came into Ocean Walk and I thought, this is a perfect fit for this client. They have a big house in the Northeast, so I knew size wasn't important to them, but I knew location and vibe was. They love to vacation in Saint-Tropez. I don't know if you've ever been to Saint-Tropez. Saint-Tropez is gorgeous. Ocean Walk actually can feel like Saint-Tropez in South Florida. So then they come down, queue, we schedule our showings. The second we pull in, my client looks at me and goes, "You're right, it feels like Saint-Tropez." So let's talk demographics here in Ocean Walk. You kind of have a mixed boat. The demographic here tends to be older, but what we're seeing is we're actually starting to see it flip. Younger families are coming in here with proximity to the beach at mind, and they want to be able to take their children, walk out of their house, and head on over to the beach. So that's a big appeal for families coming in here. But the flip side to it is if you have maybe lots of kids and lots of sports equipment like my friend over here, there might not be enough storage in these homes for you guys.
There's really no way to add additional square footage. So if you're super organized and you're minimalistic, it could be a great option. But if you have multiple kids and lots of gear and equipment and stuff, that's pretty much all you got when it comes to storage. But what I will add too is that it is zoned for some excellent school districts. For public school, you're looking at Lighthouse Elementary, which goes K through 2, and then Beacon Cove Elementary, which goes 2nd through 5th. Then you're gonna be zoned for Jupiter Middle School, which is 6th through 8th. All great public school options. You can certainly opt for, private school if that's an option for you, but there's also a easy spot for bus pickups that will take your kids to school so you don't have to sit in car line. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Moving to the Palm Beaches.
We hope you enjoyed this episode on the exclusive Ocean Walk community located here at Jupiter Beach. And if there is another community in Palm Beach County that you want us to sneak behind the gate of, let us know in the comments.
Okay, so do us a favor. If this video was helpful, give us a thumbs up, maybe some love in the comment section, and share it to friends and family. We're here to serve you, so we'll see you on the next video.